Good morning, friends. Welcome to Mend and Abide. I am Tanya, and I am so glad that you are here with me this morning. This morning, I would love to start our day with a Yin Yoga routine. Normally, Yin poses are held anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes, but in the morning, oftentimes, we're really busy, and so we may not have like a full hour to maybe devote to our yoga practice. In this morning routine, we'll hold the poses for about 2 to 3 minutes for a 30-minute full body yin stretch this morning. And so with that, there are only a couple of things that we'll need. A couple of blocks. Also a strap if you have it. If you don't have a strap, then a belt or a scarf will do just fine. A blanket or a towel, something to really cushion your knees if you have over 40 knees like mine that sometimes need some extra loving. Do what you need in order to take good care of yourselves. And if that sounds good to you, meet me on your mat. So one of the poses that I like to start with is child's pose in the morning. And so to start in the child's pose, we will start on our knees. So you'll kneel down with the tops of your feet flat on the floor. Your big toes are together. And then just lower your hips back to sit on your knees and hinge forward. And as you hinge forward, just extend your arms in front of you with your palms down. And your knees can be together or actually apart. I actually like my knees more apart. So toes are together, sitting back on your heels with your hands extended. Allow your heart to melt to the floor and your forehead to rest on your mat. And in this place, let's use this place to set our intention for the day. Breathing into your lower back body. With each breath, just sinking deeper into the pose. Maybe inch your hands a little further toward the tops of your mat to give your arms a nice upper body stretch. And just breathe. What is it that you need to show up fully this morning? Set your intention for your day. If it feels good to you, continue to push your hips back and just kind of sway from side to side, giving your side body, both your left and your right, just a nice stretch as you continue to breathe. And as you set your intention for the day and continue to breathe on your next couple of breaths, begin to just ever so gently walk your hands back up. There's no rush. Find yourself back in a kneeling position. And it's at this place that just still kneeling. Maybe you want to take your towel or your blanket. Provide a place for some cushion for your knees. And it's in this place that we're going to move into puppy pose. Let me fix my mat. And so with your hips stacked over your knees, this is kind of a mix between like down dog and child's pose. But with your hips over your knees, you're going to walk your hands out and just lower your chest to your mat, allowing your heart to melt into the mat, but be careful not to push your hips back in this pose. So our hips are going straight up, and then our heart is melting into the mat. This is a nice upper back bend. And so, again, it's a nice shoulder stretch and upper back stretch. If it feels good to you, you can kind of give yourself some, what my little one likes to call spider fingers. As you lower back down. Don't forget to breathe. Each breath, see if you can just melt deeper into your mat, allowing your chest to meet the earth. In your next inhalation, just allow your palms again against the earth and just walk yourself back to a seated position. Maybe give yourself some nice shoulder stretches. Kind of stretch your hips out. Take your hands overhead. now I would invite you to, since we're still on our knees, we will take our blocks. They're blocks. I actually like my blocks about medium height. You can do them tall, medium, or actually flat. But I like my medium height. And then we're going to take our right foot out. We're going to step our right foot out with that left knee still in place. Tops of the foot flat. Our right foot at a right angle, or our right leg actually at a right angle. And we're just going to just kind of descend our tailbones down, extending our sternum, broadening our collarbones, just for a nice stretch here. So I'm gonna move my block. I've cut my head off. I am a headless yogi this morning, but again, just a nice stretch in your groin area. And don't worry, we won't hold it here too long. But we want to certainly release any tension that we have in our hips. So keep your gaze straight ahead. Collarbone nice and full, heart full and strong as we greet this day. Breathing into that back leg. For another couple of 30 seconds. And when you're ready, press the weight of your body into that front heel to just send it back. And bring your knee out. Bring your knee back. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. So that left foot is going to be at a right angle. Again, I'm a headless yogi this morning. But allow the top of that back foot to lie against your mat. And then descend your tailbone using your blocks to hold. Heart full and strong. And breathing. Having padding on your knees is really helpful here. Again, you want to do whatever you need to do to find comfort. Maybe you play with the position of your foot a little bit and send the weight of your body into the heel. Collarbone again, nice and strong. And release back. Nice little stretch to the ankle and foot. I don't know that we did that on the other side, but make sure you even your body out in that way. as we move into our next session, to our next pose, feel free to move your blanket out of the way and find yourself on your bottom. Okay, so for this next pose, you want to take your strap or your belt, scarf, whatever you have, and sitting on your bottom, you want to actually put allow the strap to lay on the balls of your feet. And just kind of scooch so that I can lay flat. And with your strap, just across the ball of your foot, you want to just straighten your leg. Your other leg can actually be planted on the mat or lie flat, whichever feels good to you. But with a straight leg or a straight-ish leg, you want to press your heel. You can kind of see, press your heel to the sky and try to get your toes beneath your heel for a nice back of the leg stretch. You can kind of pull your leg closer towards you as well. Again, allow those toes to be lower than your heel, pressing your heel up to the sky. And breathe. Doesn't matter where your arms are, just whatever you need to do to allow that leg to stretch. Breathe into the places that feel tight. Release, allow your shoulders to really sink into the earth beneath you. There's tension that you're holding in your upper back or lower back. Just again, you want to repeat on the other side. So nice. You want that heel higher than your toes. Nice stretch. And when that feels good, you can release. And then allow your ankle to cross at your knee. And just give yourself a nice stretch here. Just remind yourself that taking this time for yourself in the morning allows you to show up so much more fully for the rest of your day. Allow your foot to find its way back to the earth, other side. And bring your ankle, the back of your knee, the back of your thigh closer to you. And allow for a nice stretch in this upper belly area. Sometimes I like to even rock around my tailbone to feel this stretch in other parts of my body. Allow your feet to come back to the earth. Roll to one side, ever so gently. Use the palms of your hand to push yourself up to sitting. And normally, at the end of my final pose is normally like Shavasana, but in the morning, if after I do that and I go into Shavasana, I likely fall back asleep. And so I'd like to invite you to just find yourself in a seated cross-legged meditative position. And let's use these final moments together to just seal the intention for our day. With hands overhead, clasp your fingers together in a nice press toward the sky. Bring your fingers back, hands to prayer position. To your heart. Really activate your shoulders as you press your palms together. This is not a passive stretch. Let's make this a really active stretch as we seal our practice and begin our day. We are so grateful for a new day, new mercies, new opportunities, new life. Let us have the courage to walk in who we have been called to be, to show up in the ways that we need to show up for the people who we need to show up for, mostly ourselves. And then to others. May this day be full of goodness and light. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me this morning, and I hope to see you back on the mat at Mend and Abide. Bye, y'all.